Just ahead on Mountain News this morning, 4 families were left without a home Monday night after an apartment building caught fire. And police suspect a body found may be of a man who went missing last week. Plus, one man sets to disguise for a good cause.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It is 4:59 on Tuesday, May the 7th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News this morning. Yesterday, if we could have one of those every single day of the year, I think we would all be a lot happier, but we can't always have that. So let's bring Brandon in. Brandon, yesterday, not a cloud in the sky, the weather overnight. I thought the temperature was perfect to have the windows open. What are we going to see today?
Similar, let's put it that way. I won't say a carbon copy completely, but similar to yesterday. A little warmer than yesterday, although we didn't get as warm as we thought we would yesterday. But again, very nice day. Steph and I went out and did a little training on the track, getting ready for Gray Matters. But again, it's one of those situations that it's going to be a nice couple of days to be out, especially in the morning hours. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar. Last little bit. A few clouds this morning, nothing major. A few patches of fog there, some patchy dense fog, so be careful of that as well. Not as bad as yesterday by any means. 40s and 50s for temperatures. Valley's a little cooler. Normal day on the coffee meter. And as we head into the out-the-door forecast, you are going to see conditions stay pretty nice for you today. 81 for a daytime high. Full forecast on the way here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, I appreciated it. Yesterday was just absolutely beautiful. Well, 4 families were without a home last night. Fire officials in Letcher County were called out to an apartment complex along Highway 15 just before 3 Monday morning. They believe a stove caught the 8-complex apartment building on fire. 4 families lived there at the time and all got out safely except for a small dog. Now, fire officials are praising cooperation for getting them all out alive.
On a general house fire, you can take one department and pretty well handle it, but like last night, we had to have 6 trucks and 25 firefighters to take care of that. So it's a lot of difference between having 5 or 6 firefighters and 25 firefighters.
The Red Cross is helping families who are without a home. Officials also ask anybody who is driving past an active scene to please pay attention to first responders. Well, a body found in Laurel County may be a man who went missing last week. You may remember Tony Gibson went missing in Laurel County last Wednesday. Police went on a search for Gibson on Johnson Road, bringing several agencies together. As family members said, it was unlike him to vanish. During another search Sunday, an unidentified body was found in a creek about a mile from Gibson's home. Officers say they believe it could be Gibson.
It's a tough time, and we, of course, we always hope that we will find them alive, and most of the time we do. This is one of those rare occurrences where we did not, and, you know, it saddens us for the family.
The body has not officially been identified, and a cause of death has not yet been released. A young life taken too soon. Family and friends gathered last night to celebrate the life of Keegan Music. Keegan died during an ATV crash last week. WYMT's Lauren McCourt talked with family and friends who say in his 6 years of life, he made a large impact.
On April 29th, a Pike County's family's life was turned upside down.
Losing a child is never easy.
6-year-old Keegan Music died after an ATV crash.
I think it's really important just to carry his legacy on.
To honor Keegan's life, loved ones gathered for a candlelight vigil.
It really just helps to know that you got this whole community that's there for you and is supporting you every step of the way.
Remembering the free-spirited young boy.
He was wild and he loved being outdoors. He loved hunting, he loved fishing, he loved life, he loved everything about life.
And while 6 years is not a long time, his whole life he brought joy to everyone around him.
Really think that even though he's little, he's touched so many lives and stuff already.
Including one of his best friends, Eden Bentley's son, Gatlin.
They was best friends. They loved playing together out on the playground.
Play tag.
Play tag, what else?
climb up the side.
Though that little country boy's life was cut too short,
He loved to hunt, fish, and cut grass. He was a true Kentucky boy.
the legacy he left will never be forgotten. In Pike County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
We have information on our website, WYMT.com, about how you can help Keegan's family. A funeral and visitation for Keegan took place last week. Now, police in Mississippi are looking for the person who shot and killed an officer who was set to retire. Biloxi's police chief says Officer Robert McKeithen was gunned down outside of police headquarters Sunday night. McKeithen was a 24-year veteran of the department who was planning on retiring at the end of the year. Mississippi Coast Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest in this case. The suspect in a shooting at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte will be tried on murder charges. Tristan Terrell was indicted Monday by a grand jury in Charlotte, Mecklenburg County. He faces 2 counts of murder in addition to attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon. Police say Terrell opened fire on the final day of classes last week, killing 2 people and wounding 4 others, 3 of them critically, before being arrested. There is no word yet on a possible motive, but police said Terrell, a former student, targeted a specific building that he was familiar with. Well, let's move on to a much lighter note this morning. 40,000 miles around the world by plane, and not just any plane. A plane named Planey McPlaneface. The pilot says a trip like this has been a dream of his since he was 13 years old. And now it's more than just a dream. It is for charity. He wants to spread the word about the charity Africa Promise. It supports education in Kenya, where the organization provides 7 primary schools with extra teachers and school supplies. He will cross 5 continents over the next year. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us right here on Mountain News this morning. Today, we celebrate the men and women who help the next generation carve the path to a bright future. We'll have more on that in just a minute.
So a bit of a cool start to this morning, especially in those valleys, and we could see a patch of fog there as well, too. I'll tell you what we're expecting later today, about 3 minutes.